Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack, and if you guys don't know, or actually no, you probably have known because you always hope for the competitive season to always end, Season 15 is finally coming to an end. If only Jeff Kaplan can also end me. And every single time the current competitive season ends, I always do a review video looking at the highlights, but also looking at the turning points that made the competitive season better or possibly worse. Because every single time a season ends, everyone loves to say, oh my god, oh my god. And they seem to forget that there was a bunch of buffs to specific heroes, that there was a bunch of nerfs to heroes that were totally OP, and there were good changes. No, they just sucked during the competitive season, so they think it's the worst season. Well, today, we're going to be looking at Season 15, looking at the important stuff, and looking at GOATs. Basically, that's what I do with every single video. Look at GOATs, complain about GOATs, and cry about GOATs. But is it as vital as it is here in Season 15 as it once was in, say, Season 13 or Season 12? And to that, I would probably have to say no, all because there's a lot more options. Yes, GOATs is still meta. Yes, you have a much better chance of winning the game if you do run GOATs, but it's because of the GOAT meta. It's because of the popular 7 heroes, Winston, Reinhardt, Zarya, D.Va, Brigitte, Lucio, and Zenyatta. It's because of those popular 7 heroes that Blizzard not only looked at the game to really bring up the heroes that aren't considered, but it also created strategies that could counter GOATs a lot more effectively that weren't considered way back in the day. And in a sense, it balanced out competitive Overwatch. I know that sounds a little bit weird and somewhat stupid. It's like, no, GOATs is still meta, and yes, it is. But you have to really consider what else has came out of the GOAT meta. What else has became very popular in Season 15? Well, you have to think. Reaper became super meta because of the big beefy tanks. Sombra became super meta because of the fact that all GOATs is clumped up hero compositions. And if you build your EMP fast enough, which you usually can because you have these big beefy tanks, you can just pop EMP and boom, everyone's basically dead. Rinse and repeat with Sombra. You also have to consider Pharmacy was a lot more popular. Even though it was always popular, it became an actual tactic to help counter GOATs. So what I'm trying to say here is that because of GOATs, it brought bottom of the barrel heroes, or heroes that weren't ever considered, Mercy, Pharah, Soldier, Reaper, into contention, into consideration to help beat this meta. In turn meaning that these heroes, these Sombras and Reapers, are now actually meta. Along with the natural changes that were happening within Overwatch, we also got what is considered one of the biggest hero changes within Season 15 in Overwatch's history, which brought us 14 total hero changes, along with 3 additional changes the following week. So we got 17 hero changes of all heroes that, once again, weren't considered viable picks. Not even just meta, just not viable picks. I'm talking about heroes like Soldier, like Hammond, like Orisa, like Mei, like Reaper. These were all heroes that maybe they were good, but now if you were to pick them, you weren't throwing. You weren't throwing if you played Soldier. You weren't throwing if you were playing Hammond. If you actually know how to play those heroes, well, you're gonna do good because you're skilled with that hero and you're skilled at the game. Beforehand, if you were even good with these heroes, sorry buddy, the hero's not good. That means you're not gonna do good. People are gonna hate on Season 15 for various different reasons. Because of Brigitte, because of GOATs, because of another meta tactic that became very popular with the addition of our brand new hero. I'll get to that in a minute, but so many people are going to forget about these brand new hero changes that honestly made the game a lot more fun and that made other heroes consider that aren't throw picks. And I can really respect Blizzard doing that, bringing up heroes rather than bringing down heroes, because you have to realize that people main those heroes, and if they nerf those heroes to the ground, yes, GOATs will be dead, but also competitive Overwatch will be dead for those players because, hey, my main's not good. Doomfist mains can relate because their favorite hero got nerfed to the ground and he once was the most effective DPS player, and now he's not really. So could you imagine that happening for these other popular heroes? Rather, let's just bring up other heroes and make them good. But of course, we got one other big change within Season 15, along with the natural changes and the changes brought from Blizzard themselves, and it's the homie Baptiste. Baptiste. Now, I thought he was going to be a game-changing hero. I thought he was going to be a hero ran in multiple team compositions, and while that wasn't the case, it also was sort of, he was a good hero, alright? He wasn't a useless hero, he just wasn't as game-changing as, say, Brigitte, or at least not yet. Because you're slowly starting to see this new meta tactic emerge, all because of GOATs, which is the bunker tactic. And what this is basically a Bastion paired up with a Baptiste, more importantly, the immortality field. Because again, while GOATs is very meta, you still need to beat it, and if you don't want to run GOATs yourself, you're going to do a little bit of cheese or a little bit of cheeky tactics, and what this does is have have Bastion shred through the Reinhardt shield, or shred through Zarya's bubble and just instantly kill her when she's out of position, or just kill all the squishies, and he gets protection not only because Baptiste has amazing heals, but also because of Immortality Field. And this is why I think Season 15, while yes, GOATS is super meta, it's somewhat balancing itself, very much somewhat balancing itself out, because now you have other heroes that are heavily considered. Do you still have other heroes that aren't as meta as, say, even Soldier? And he's not even the most meta hero. Yes, Doomfist, Symmetra. I won't even consider Torb in that conversation because he goes great with the bunker comp, because you just throw it behind the Orisa shield. And Orisa becomes meta because of Bastion. So this is what I'm talking about and why I want to review Season 15, because you have to realize, well, yes, I'm going to say this for the 69th time, GOATS is very much meta. You're going to win more if you run GOATS. There's other tactics available that if you're good with the heroes, if you're good with Baptiste, Bastion, Orisa, they're considered, and you can possibly beat GOATS because you're the better player. Competitive Overwatch is meant to be of a place where the better players are going to climb. If you're good at the game, if you understand it, and if you're playing the heroes that you're naturally good at, you should be able to climb, not just based on the heroes that are popular or that are meta. You're just good, not the heroes. And I would say Season 15 somewhat showed that you didn't have to just run GOATS. There were other opportunities, and I can speak from experience that, heck, even if I ran my Soldier, I won a lot more games. I had a bigger win percentage in Season 15 than, say, in Season 13 or 12 because of these changes, because of the fact that he's just simply better, and I'm naturally good at the game, or at least I like to think that. Other people can think what they want, but that is what I'm saying, and that is my Season 15 review. But I want to hear what you have to say, what you think about Season 15, what you think about the bunker meta, what you think about GOATS, what you think about Baptiste, if he was actually game-changing, and if he's going to be breaking Season 16, because I can definitely see Baptiste being a staple in competitive Overwatch in the near future, because nobody can do what he does, really. So anyway, guys, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. More Overwatch videos to come, and bye.